We did a little bit about this with Mosaic and comparing it with Topps Update and Series 1. And I think your point was that you wanted to see something compared to Topps Chrome because you thought
Topps
Mosaic
Chrome
was a little
Prizm.
bit more in line.
Yep.
And then I was like, well, if we're going to do Topps Chrome, I will do Prizm. I did Prizm Football to go with this. Now, though, again, just as a preface, these numbers, I know they cannot be 100% accurate, but they are as close as we can get to a general idea for how these
Just
products
roughly
resell.
the ROI. Yeah.
Exactly.
This is a good topic.
I think the biggest differentiator here, though, is that 2023 Topps Chrome just came out July, I think, what did I write? July 26th. So not a whole lot of time versus Prizm came out, ooh, I did not write it down. It was, I think it was March. Oh, I'll have it right here.
Somebody's screaming at their...
March 15th.
I was going to say radio. Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
So March 15th is when Prizm Football 2022 came out. Now, all the other products that we talked about, I think Mosaic was like December 30th, and then the other two that we talked about for Topps were earlier on in the year. So by far, Topps Chrome is the latest to come out. However, Topps Chrome's numbers are pretty substantial. They're pretty great as far as resale goes.
Okay.
Like, I think that is what we're going to find to be the winner, but I'll let everybody decide because there's some pluses for Prizm.
Okay.
So 2023 Topps Chrome, you have that box going for about $240.
Hobby? Wow, it's up to 240, which is high. It's been like 200 most of the year. Okay.
So what I did was go back, find all sales that I could that go back to July, starting at like July 26th and after, and try to compare what, if I wanted to try and pay for that box of Topps, I need to have sold a card for like, I put $275.
Good. So minus fees and everything else. If you sell a card for $275, you broke even.
That's kind of my thought
only
process.
differentiator, which is fine. It was $200 forever.
Well,
it doesn't matter, but that's what it is.
And to think, like, there's probably going to be chances you have a few other cards in the entire box that you can probably grade, get a little bit extra here and there.
Absolutely. You get 5. Okay, anyways, go ahead, though.
So,
individual cards to pay for the box. Yep.
So, of the sales, do you have any guess on how many since July went for $275 or up? Now, I'll give you just a reminder real quick. For Mosaic, we found that there were 800 that could pay for a box of $500 Mosaic.
There were 1,600.
For Topps Update, it was 1,300. And then for Topps Series 1, there was like 1,400 that could pay for that. But again, those all had more time. This one, again, July.
Why don't you stop talking?
How many sales?
Did you graded and raw comps? Both?
This is all of it. Yep. Any sale of that card.
See, I think it's going to be a lot. I'm going to say 2,200.
2,200 since July.
How many?
3,800.
Yep.
3,800.
You rip a ton of it. $200 is not that much. Any color 10 rookie pays for it.
I will fully admit, because I thought you were giving a little too much credit as far as like that being the return on investment.
I am not known for giving too much credit.
Well, depends on how you ask. 3,800 was shocking to me. Now,
staggering is a better word there.
It also had, for the number of cards that were $1,000 and up, because
450.
Mosaic had 196, which was the highest. Topps Update had 169, and Series 1 had 107.
What was the price?
1,000 and up. Again, Mosaic had 196.
I'm going to say it's 20%. So what's that, 700? 650.
650? 415.
Oh, okay.
But still, that's still good.
But also, $1,000 on 250, that's a quadruple up.
Yes. I mean, not bad. 8 cards that were 10,000 and up.
Do you have the names of those guys?
25 cards that were 5,000 and up.
You didn't write down like the actual, or did you?
No, I did not. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, actually,
it's okay. We don't have to. I don't want to drag this down.
Okay, but no. So the overall idea is that seems to be a really solid return on investment. Now that does not mean
couple that though with the fact that you're. I would say you're going to get 3 to 5 between base and just base refractors, so non-numbered, or Prizm refractors of the big rookies, the Corbins, the Gunner. There's 7 or 8 guys like that. You're going to get 3 to 5 of those guys, base or better, that you're also going to grade out and make a chunk of money back.
Well, and you also have to think, too, there's going to be resales of that card. So there may have been, that card may have been listed in there a couple times. or a
No,
different
no, no.
card?
Those are all way cheaper than what you're talking though.
No, I'm just saying in general,
Oh,
a
sure,
card
sure.
may have been listed.
Yeah, because like a
multiple
Corbin
times,
Carroll
but-
PSA 10 base was doing like $50.
But the reason why
Cool.
I mean that would apply to all of these that we've looked into. So I'm not like going to go through and
Well,
just try and find each.
Even that
individual.
though, my point is, you're going to get honestly, probably more than 3. Every box of Topps Chrome. With Prizm, you might get 1 to 2.
Yeah.
It's less.
So
What'd you find with Prizm though?
Prizm is interesting because you're obviously, I think we've kind of established Topps Chrome is going to be the highest. However, this is what I thought was interesting with
Give me the
Prizm
cost
football.
on Prizm. 500?
1,100.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah, 500.
$500. Here we go.
No, 500 would not be the case. $1,150 actually is what 2022 Prizm football is going for right now.
Which is gross. It was hovering at $650 all off season. Okay, so
For a
$1,150.
short period, but yeah, I think it mainly had
Months.
gone. Well, it had gone up to like 750 because I had kept it up. I was comparing it a lot, and then in recent months it's been 1,000 or up, and as of right now, 1,150.
So $1,150. How many sales over $1,150? I'm going to.
I'm sorry. It's 1,100, but I put on here 1,150 and up for sales,
Oh,
just to cover the costs.
I'm gonna say 1,200.
It's a little over, but it's roughly 1,100, so very close, very close. 1,100 or so could cover the sale of that.
And
But
here's the other thing too with that now. And again, this is the data. I won't show this yet.
Mm-hmm.
But in the last month, that's taken a real turn. $1,100 Brock Purdy card
Mm-hmm.
6 weeks ago is what, $700 now. A Desmond Ritter that was $1,000 2 months ago, half that.
I think you can apply that
Kenny-
across all sports, though.
You cannot apply that to 2023 baseball. That's what I'm saying. That's the baseball. The dramatic drop like that it's way less dramatic. Like Adley's not selling. Like, dude, Kenny Pickett,
Yeah.
Purdy, and Ritter. Those are the three biggest guys.
I will say they do seem to have bigger swings.
Yeah, and then it takes a long time to get back up. It's tough.
So what I did find really interesting, and this kind of
Please.
goes to the idea of, okay, so then how can they continue to sell at such a high price when, anyone can do these numbers and find out the basic information that
Especially
we found?
now. Why is what?
Well, so there, it's almost, I think it goes back to that side of things where you have that gambler's mentality, because we talked about there's like 25 cards that are 5K and more, 8 cards that are 10K and more in Topps Chrome, right?
We did not talk about that. Say that
we
again.
did. You were talking, but I mentioned it already.
Say
but
it
there
again.
were 25 cards that sold for $5,000 or more in Topps Chrome,
Okay.
and 8 cards that sold for $10,000 or more.
What's the number? $5,000. The first one.
25 of them for $5,000.
In Prizm, you had 25 for 5,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
At least triple that. 75.
92.
Yeah.
92
But again-
and
Yep.
22
As opposed to 8
as opposed to
over
8.
10,000.
Yeah.
But even
That-
then, so yeah, it's a lot more. But think about what you just said. That's only 14 more cards.
I know, but that's the thing. It's like, well, it is,
I know.
but I'm that guy who's going to get it because I know I'm going to win.
I get it.
you
I
know?
get it. I do.
So that's, what would be really interesting, I just thought of, to actually add up the total amount of what that cost is, or what the sales are.
It'll be real interesting to fast forward through on the podcast, but rip a box of each on here.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
We're not doing that.
$1,100 rip on.
Chump change, please.
No, I mean, I'm in. All right.
I'll waste your money.
That is your return on investment segment.